So as we all probably know, there's tons of different car combinations that you can do in Tears of the Kingdom. And everyone has their own personal uses. This is one of my favorites. The cannons propel you up, and then you turn into an air bomber, shooting bombs behind you wherever you fly. Well, take for example this Bokoblin over here. He thinks he's safe. He's walking down the road on a sunny day. You know, he doesn't think anything's gonna happen. But then, all of a sudden, something pops out of the sky and just boom. And then you get knocked up higher. So, I mean, it's kind of a double, whammy. Because you go higher and you do damage. Now, I understand that there are people that don't like wasting battery, or people that don't like wasting Zonai charges, but at least use it a little bit, because the joy I get from using this thing is, well, great. And I think you can only understand it when you use it, because it is an amazing car. The satisfaction of shooting down on enemies. And then there comes the squads of enemies, which get even more chaotic. Because instead of having one enemy to shoot, you can shoot all 5 or 6. I think the most fun part about this is when they all flee and they don't know what's going on, because they're just like this thing flying in the sky that they can't see, and it's just raining down bombs on them. Although I will say it runs out of battery quite quickly. So, yeah, I might want to do the infinite battery glitch. Not only does it work in, the plains, it works, going up mountains, which I will show you in a second here. As long as there's a slope you can explode on. So, for instance, I'm going to explode on this. And see how I gained a little bit of height? I have a rock overhang here, though, so I can't really go higher. But, if you're next to a lake, it's fine. You know why? Because this can start up from the lake. Behold. It's even a better startup than one on land. Now, I know what you all are thinking. This is such a waste of time, and this is such a waste of battery. Well, guess what? Those ducks down there are gonna die from my explosions. Yep. And I completely agree with you guys. This is a waste of time. But the amount of fun that you have while using something like this is phenomenal. And if you're bored in the game and you don't know what to do, this car is just straight up fun out of the box. And if you're bored, you've probably gotten all 3 layers of Zonai batteries. So, what are you waiting for? You can launch off of any platform. Like this iron bar here. It's pretty neat. It's a lot more stable than you think because of the fans. So whenever you hit something, the fans are what keeps it level, so that you don't have to worry about using the stabilizer and having it get all cramped up there. I don't know, I like this thing. It's fun. Another one of my favorite cars has all to do with the low gravity areas, because the cannons in these areas are just, well, a little bit insane, actually. You can just go flying everywhere, and you won't know what's going on. It's crazy, which is why I love it. Again, this is a thing to do if you're bored, or I mean, speedrunners could use it to get to the top of the labyrinth, because I know you're not able to climb those walls, I'm pretty sure. At least not with 3 rings of stamina. And speedrunners don't ever have 3 rings of stamina. They just beat the game in less than a few things. But labyrinths are different, so if you're speedrunning labyrinths, this might be helpful. Because look at the speed on this thing. Whee! Gets even faster when you're not riding it. But then again, I suppose you could just put a cart onto it, but then what would you use to propel it? A fan? Pfft, that's boring, right? 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 Come on, there's got to be somebody out there. Anyways, yeah, I don't really know why I thought of this. I suppose experimenting with cannons can do some crazy things to you. But yeah, it can either go really good or terribly wrong. In both cases, it's easy to write. Because even if you go good, you still have to worry about the giant wall. And if you go bad, you have to recall at the right time. So, is it hard? Absolutely. But is it so much fun? Some people might not find this fun, actually. This is actually kind of stupid. But, I mean, hey, the cannonball either can dampen your fall or make it your ascent faster, so... I mean, I guess there is that. Like, I'm going higher and higher when I shoot myself with cannonballs. So, I enjoy that. It's fun. But it feels a lot like skateboarding, honestly. Going up and down and up and down and doing half pipes and side pipes and nail grinds. I don't do skateboarding, but... looks a lot like it, at least. Come on, third time. Third time. Third time. Got it. Okay, good. Alright, well, I don't mean... well, I don't really have much of a choice. It's gonna be flying up there anyways. No! Come back! No! Did it despawn? It's still going up. Where? Oh, there it is. Reminds me of the chest glitch in Breath of the Wild. You could jump off a Cryonis block, and I think it was just called Bullet Bounce. Yeah, it was called Bullet Bounce. Pretty fun, if you ask me. But, I don't know. I'm into glitches that are fun, much less than helpful, but I still get helpful glitches. But the best glitches are the ones that are fun while you do them. Because most glitches, like item duplication or weapon duplication, just have like certain steps that are monotonous. Fun glitches are not too monotonous compared to others, at least. Which is why I enjoyed bullet bouncing. So, if you ever did do bullet bouncing, think of this car as a bullet bouncer. Except it doesn't use bullet time. It just kind of uses cannons instead as the bullet. Which is hard to see, but at the same time, kind of easy. And in the event that you do end up falling off a sky island, or anywhere that does have low gravity, it's fine. Just stay next to your car at all times. Unless it explodes you while you're falling in the air. In which case, you might want to get some distance from your car, actually. I didn't even know cannonballs fell slower than cars. Can you believe that? Cannonballs fall slower than cars. They get launched out of a cannon, yet they still fall slower, going the speed of the same rate that the cart goes. It reminds me of my incident with the block. Don't remind me of the block. I know there's tons of land vehicles that are probably faster, but this one's pretty cheap, and I think it works pretty well. I call it a, motorcycle. I know it doesn't look like a motorcycle, but it sure acts like one. Many people have probably made things like this, but there's never really been an easy way to get on. For this one, you just spam A. No problem. And it goes a decent rate of speed, as you can see here. So it goes over plains. It goes pretty nice. Going up hills, it can go a little slower because of how I have the stabilizer set up in the front. But overall, this is a pretty okay car when it comes to driving. Not to mention this giant gaping hole over here. That would be amazing if we fall in it. Wee. Bump. Bump. Oh, it broke. But I wasn't using any real parts. So, that makes sense. Not only does it work in the overworld, but it also works in the depths. I don't really know how you would use it on Sky Islands, but there's a use for everything, right? But no, it's very useful in the depths, as it can back up, and it goes the same speed pretty much the whole time, so it's very easy to maneuver through trees, and malice, and gloom, and around giant stone pedestals that want to kill you, and around monsters that want to destroy you, and around taluses that just want to chuck rocks at you. It sure is fun to ride around. Really good. I love it. This is one of the things I came up with pretty soon after the game came out, but I had some problems with it. Can you not chuck rocks at me, please? I'm trying to talk to the viewers. Okay, thank you. Anyways, as I was saying, the stabilizer would have some troubles not letting me go up hills and... Ouch. This car is a car that can go on both land, water, and, land. Because 2 types of land, sand and grass. And it's a pretty easy setup. You just ultra hand it up, and then you recall. And then you can just kind of hop on. The stabilizer takes over and you're ready to roll. It doesn't move too fast in the sand, though, because it was never meant to move around in the sand. It just works really well in the plains. But it does work in the sand, too. But the cool thing about this is the monsters aren't able to hit you. They have to either jump or hit you with pebbles, which is great. And then it also works on the plains, like I was saying. It works better here than it does in the sand. And, I'll go ahead and give you a visual demonstration of that real quick. So, a lot faster. The reason I wouldn't take this over the motorcycle is the motorcycle you're able to stop pretty much on command. With this, you have a fan on the back, so it's a lot harder to stop on command. But I promised it goes in the water, and it does. Check this out. And it goes at a pretty decent pace too. Now it can also come out of the water, but there's a lily pad right. Lily pads. Ugh. No way around them. You gotta rotate your whole vehicle. I'm gonna have a good talk with this one when we're done with this video, because that lily pad just ruined a lot. Anyways, it does come up really neatly out of the water. And I personally think that this is very good for racing. And look, I'm a very safe driver. Oh, look, and you can also parallel park with this. Beep, 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 wee. I'm the safest driver in the world. Don't quote me on that. Seriously, don't quote me on that. But yeah, my bread and butter is going to have to be my favorite. The Air Bomber. I have deemed it the Air Bomber, for it bombs from the air with cannons, fans, and a cart. And like I said, if you guys haven't experimented with cannons yet, we need to more. Trust me. Cannons are going to be the one thing that gets Koroks to the moon someday. You know it. I know it. We all know it. The only thing we don't know is how to get them up there. So, anyways, yeah, that Octarok was a little bit rude. Anyways, let's go ruin someone's day. Ooh, there's a whole group of monsters we can ruin their days. Nice. Let's make them a little scared. And then, kaboom. Yeah. We went high. I wonder why it's steaming. Ooh, there's a caravan. I might start shooting the caravan. Hold up. Except for when you have to care, because your vehicle's running out of juice. Yeah. But if I were to say my favorite car that I mentioned in this has definitely got to be one of my favorites. This is one of the first ones that I started experimenting with cannons. And I want to say it's one of my most broken cars as well. I don't know what it is. My brain really likes shooting this caravan. Just nailing it in the face. Boo. Bye-bye, caravan. Boom. No more caravan. Sadly, NPCs don't work that way. Boom. But, anyways. I'm going to wrap this up with a little side note. Keep going straight and learning new things. Okay? Because learning is something you do throughout your whole life, and staying straight is important. And not straight as in one thing, straight as in whole life. Okay? Good. Now that we're clear on that, I am going to continue flying. Goodbye. I want to fly more. See you later.